Today should be a cause for celebration, a day to mark the passing of Juneteenth, a day our nation ended slavery in this country 155 years ago. Although we should be celebrating how far we have come, we cannot. Although we should be remembering the toll that the bonds of slavery had on our ancestors and our nation, we cannot. I stand here today to tell you I am stuck in the notion that as hard as we have tried to break free from our past, a past filled with the ownership and exploitation of our own citizens, we continue to repeat the same wrongs. Juneteenth is a celebration of the abolition of slavery, but my friends, 155 years later, we are still crying out across this nation that Black lives matter. We say the names of those we have lost to remember the struggle, the oppression, and the racism we still see today. We as one nation must recognize that the color of one's skin should never dictate how we treat each other as human beings. Oppression lives amongst us because people do not stop, even for a minute, to truly understand what it means to live another person's life, to understand how the color of one's skin changes how you are treated, or even how the way you talk, the way you act, the way you live your life means that you or I should be treated any differently. However, the only way to make real change is to educate those that are ignorant, to inform those that look on crowds like these and say, I don't see color, I don't see race, or even those that say all lives matter. We must never be blind to race or color or creed. It is up to each and every one of us to remember the fight that was had 155 years ago and to educate those that are stuck in their ways. My friends, I tell you, if it is one thing that I have seen these past few months, is that change is coming, and it's coming fast. Never have we seen so much energy, so much passion, so much push to impact our city. It's time we educate our community on the past wrongs and set them right. I've never been prouder to be your mayor and your advocate for moving our whole community forward. It's time we work together to push the city into the next generation, one where we remember our past struggles, where we educate one another, and we embrace diversity and change for the betterment of all peoples in the city of Jamestown. So as mayor, I get to do a real fun thing where I present proclamations and declare fun days. But if I could have Azana and Vicky and the other folks from the Juneteenth committee come on up for a minute, please. And anyone else who's been part of the Juneteenth committee, come on up.
China. Come on. All right, China. China.
So I have an official proclamation from the mayor's office, aka me, in recognition of Juneteenth, June 19th, 2020. So whereas on January 1st, 1863, President Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation, setting in motion the end of slavery in the United States. And whereas the people of Texas were informed of the Emancipation Proclamation June 19th, 1865, more than 2 years after President Lincoln signed the proclamation. And whereas the observance of Juneteenth commemorates the official announcement made in the state of Texas regarding the abolition of slavery, honors the history and achievements of African Americans, and celebrates America's progress and the commitment to fight for liberty and equality for all. And whereas on the 155th anniversary, we pay tribute here today to the memory of those who've made the ultimate sacrifice in the struggle to attain freedom and celebrate those who continue to fight for equality. And whereas the city of Jamestown stands in solidarity with our African American community and commemorates them on the global leadership and incredible work in the fight for equality. Now, therefore, I, Edward A. Sundquist, Mayor of the City of Jamestown, do hereby proclaim June 19th, 2020 as Juneteenth in the City of Jamestown, and urge all residents to join in ending prejudice everywhere it may exist, respect and advocate for the rights of all people, and celebrate in the diversity in the City of Jamestown and beyond. Congratulations. Did a wonderful job.